So the new facelifted Mahindra Thar is here.
But the real question is, who asked for it?
In fact, a veteran BHP Omkar had gone to Mahindra's off-road test facility to find out what's the big deal about the new Thar.
Fasten your seatbelts, here's everything that you need to know about the 2026 facelift Thar in one video. There's an age-old saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that is precisely the direction Mahindra has taken with this iteration of the Thar.
Mahindra's main aim with this update is to eliminate the need to fit aftermarket accessories to the Thar.
So here are 16 near invisible changes that might seem minor at first, but there's a lot hiding under the covers.
The first and most obvious change is to the grille, where the black grille has now been replaced with body-colored ones. By the way, we do have a theory as to why this might have been done, but more on that later.
Moving on, right below the grille, the dual-tone bumpers have made a comeback in the LXT variant. Yes, the Thar used to have dual-tone bumpers till about 2022, then they switched them out for all black ones. Now we have them back, nothing has changed, and the new Thar now gets silver and black front and rear bumpers.
Coming to the rear, the outgoing Thar famously lacked a rear wiper, which is now fixed, along with an itty-bitty little washer to go with it.
Personally, I don't really like the placement of that washer, but it is better than nothing. Right next to the washer used to be an old high-mounted stop lamp which seemed more like an afterthought. It looked really cheap, but now that is fixed and Mahindra has finally graced us with a more integrated looking HMSL.
I didn't really mind the old HMSL, but moving on, there was yet another feature that the Thar famously lacked, a reverse parking camera. You would expect a 15 lakh premium lifestyle vehicle to have a parking camera, but it didn't. And Mahindra got away with it for a good 5 years. Most folks resorted to installing aftermarket cameras that were haphazardly drilled into the rear bumpers. Now Mahindra has gone for a more elegant solution and placed the camera in the middle of the spare tire.
I think the camera is in an odd place. Hear me out. Imagine while changing the rear tire, you slam the alloy onto the camera which is right there. It's going to destroy that small thing. I hope Mahindra has planned around this. Around the corner, there's one more huge improvement. A massive surge of convenience comes in the form of a remotely openable fuel lid. Yes, the old Thar had a fuel lid that needed to be opened by a key, something similar to my dad's old Maruti 800. But let's cut Mahindra some slack, they did all of this because of the existence of a soft top.
Because the soft top Thar is now discontinued, Mahindra have done away with the bits and pieces that were mainly due to the existence of a soft top, like a key-only fuel lid, afterthought HMSL, a lack of rear windscreen wiper, and a lack of rear AC.
Now that we only have a hard-top Thar, it is more of a usable daily driver than a quirky offroader, and that would probably translate into more sales.
The 2026 facelifted Thar comes with two new colors lifted directly from the brochure of the Thar Rocks.
The darker Tango Red replaces the outgoing brighter Rage Red, and the new Thar will also come with a new color, also my favorite from the bunch, Battleship Grey. Cool name, cool color. There are 9 subtle but effective changes that have been made to the interiors. Starting off with the power window switches. Earlier they were there in the center, but now they have moved to the door, where they should have been from the beginning.
I remember the Bolero Neo having a similar issue. Hope they do the same thing there as well.
Equipment wise, the new Thar gets a 10.25-inch touchscreen, replacing the outgoing 7-inch unit. Well, there was nothing much wrong with the old unit, but I guess bigger is better.
The new screen also gets Gen 2 off-roader stats with lap times.
Talking of things that a Thar owner would get in the aftermarket, grab handles. Mahindra, being an adept listener of their customer, have now added Thar branded handles for both the passengers.
Another popular aftermarket item was an adjustable driver side armrest, which once again has been handled from the factory.
A lot of automatic Thar owners had complained about not having a place to rest their left leg. Seems like a real problem. So the addition of a dead pedal is a welcome sight for future automatic Thar buyers.
One thing that really aged the interiors of the outgoing Thar was the ancient looking steering wheel. Now that has been updated to a flat bottom unit carried over from the Thar Rocks.
It looks like a theme across this update. A lot of stuff has been carried over from the Thar Rocks, like the steering wheel, remote fuel lid, rear AC vent along with the 12-volt socket, and in fact the whole center console including the new screen and control buttons all have seemed to be carried over directly from the Thar Rocks.
Coming to the last big change with the facelift Thar is that you can now grab a new base model Thar for just 9.99 lakhs, thanks to the GST reforms and new pricing.
Mahindra has smartly and quickly tied in the GST benefits along with the facelift launch, and that is probably the reason why by the looks of it the facelift seems very minor. I'm sure the design team from Mahindra would have itched to make a little more elaborate change to the front fascia, but resorted to just repainting the front grille to get a piece of that GST pie.
So there you have it. Here is everything you need to know about the facelifted Thar Rocks. Oh, sorry, Thar.
That's it for this episode of The First Glance. Subscribe to Team-BHP's YouTube channel and check out the forums if you love cars.